Okay, hello. My name is Jennifer Granados. To start with the first question of the two most important things that I learned within this course was the concept of ageism and how retiring at an earlier age can actually have bad effects on our health. I just believe that those things have been something that have really stuck with me because ageism is something that I'm really cautious with and always educating my family on, and also I've just become very attentive to this term in public as well, and just kind of have found myself eavesdropping into people's conversations and just trying to listen to what they're saying, or kind of silent judging on things like that. And also retiring out of bad health, I feel like that's also something that has really stuck with me because I wanted to retire at an early age, and after this course and learning more about that, I'm kind of second guessing it. Next question was, has it changed the way you look or you will work with older adults? Yes. As I mentioned, I've become very cautious with, just working with older adults in general, and how I speak with them, and how I speak with them is something that I've mainly been cautious about, and remembering how the book mentioned that, older individuals are more than just their age, and they have more to their life. And so, just with my culture, I've been raised to be respectful to older adults, and see them as above us, where I think that's something that I've kind of been stepping away from, just being overly respectful in terms where I'm directing these older individuals just by their first name rather than Mr. or Mrs., because even then sometimes that can be just a bit offensive. And I've tried to be more diverse and inclusive with things like that, just to try to make it or meet everyone where they're at. Next question was, describe how you think you can use what you have learned in this class in your current or future career, in your personal life. A lot of the content that I have learned, again, I've used within my practicum. I'm already implementing it, where a lot of the resources and things like that we've come up with as a cohort, I've composed a list to where I've used it or referring back to it, or not referring, or go back to it in instances where I'm thinking of a certain individual, and I'm not too sure of resources, and I can Google search it because a lot of these resources can be searchable. But just programs where for example, there was an individual that mentioned that they were just very isolated, and getting out there was a little difficult for them. And I just remember that week in that topic where we were mentioning about how different kinds of resources and programs that we could provide for individuals who are feeling isolated, or having trouble to become isolated. So yeah, I've found this course very useful and important already, and so I really appreciate it. And then last question is reflecting on my responses from when I'm 80, that assignment, and if any of my answers have changed. Sorry. The only answer that changed for me was when I want to stop working. As I mentioned, retiring had, some bad effects on retiring at an early age, and just, with that, constant, working of your brain and just stopping it kind of, just declines in, ways that, we shouldn't. So I think that's one thing that really changed with me, where I'm, rethinking of how later in my life I'm going to continue working. And I also think that not many of my answers changed because my life now, there's still a lot of things that I can't determine or predict to have an answer. So some of those things are still pending if they'll change or not. But yeah, that was everything. Thank you.